Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to get you organizing your computer like an absolute pro, turning that digital mess into a perfectly tidy world. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's be honest. Has this ever happened to you? You finish an amazing school project, you save it, but then, right when you need to hand it in, it's just gone, vanished. That moment of panic is the worst, right? It's a super common problem, and it is so frustrating when you can't find a file you know you saved somewhere. But don't you worry, there is a really simple way to fix this for good. So here's the secret to never losing a file again. Stop thinking of your computer as some confusing machine. Instead, I want you to imagine it's a giant digital bedroom, and you get to decide exactly where everything goes. Okay, so let's break it down. Every single thing you create or save, a story you wrote, a picture, a presentation, is a file. Just think of each file as a single item in your room, like one book or one toy. So how do we keep all these files from becoming a huge mess? I mean, you wouldn't just throw all your books and toys on the floor, right? You'd put them in a box or on a shelf. Well, on a computer, we use folders to keep similar files together. And here's a pro tip. Give your folders simple names like science homework or funny pictures, so you always know what's inside. So we have our files, and we put them in folders. But where do the folders go? Well, they all live inside even bigger storage spaces called drives. Think of drives as the main closets or the huge bookshelf in your digital room. They hold everything. All right, now that we've got the basics down, files, folders, and drives, it's time for the really fun part. Let's learn how to actually arrange your digital room so it's absolutely perfect. This is where the real organizing magic happens. Okay, this is super important to understand. You basically have two main choices. You can move something or you can copy it. Moving is like taking a drawing off your desk and putting it on the wall. It's not on the desk anymore. Copying, though, is like having a magic photocopier that makes a perfect second drawing for your wall, while the original one gets to stay right there on the desk. And believe it or not, getting organized is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Seriously. First, you just select the item you want to organize. Second, you decide, do I cut it to move it or copy it to make a duplicate? And third, you just go to its new home and paste it. That's it. So, have you ever looked closely at a file's name and noticed that little tag at the very end, right after a period? That's not a typo. It's called a file extension, and it's kind of like a secret code that tells you what the file really is. Yeah, these little extensions are basically labels. They tell your computer, and you, exactly what kind of file you're looking at. It's how your computer knows whether to open something as a picture, or a video, or as a document you can type in. And once you know the code, you instantly become a file detective. See a .docx? Bam, that's a document. A JPG? That's a picture for sure. And a .mp3? Time for some music. You can tell what everything is without even having to open it. How cool is that? But what happens if you've organized everything perfectly, but you just can't remember the exact name of that one file you need? Well, don't worry, your computer has some secret search powers that you can unlock with a couple of special symbols. Okay, let's talk about our first magic trick. It's this little star symbol, and it's called an asterisk. This thing is a wild card, and it is incredibly powerful when you only remember part of a file's name. Here's how it works. It basically tells the computer, hey, find me every file that starts with these letters, I don't care what comes after. So if you search for homework star, you'll find homework science, homework math, and homework final. It is a huge time saver. All right, on to magic trick number 2, the question mark. This one is perfect for those times when you're just a little bit unsure about one single letter in a file name. So if you can't remember if you named your file photo 1 or photo 2, no problem. You can just search for photo.questionmark.jpg. That little question mark fills in the blank for that one character. It's your go-to trick for those small memory blips. And just like that, you've done it. By thinking of your computer as a room, using folders, understanding file types, and using a little bit of search magic, you've totally transformed your digital space from chaos to magnificent. So the big takeaway here is that you are now in complete control. With these simple rules, you have the superpowers to organize all your files, find absolutely anything you need in an instant, and yeah, never lose your homework again. So I'm going to leave you with one final question to get you started on your journey. What's the very first folder you're going to create? Maybe one for school, or for games, or for art? The choice is totally yours. Happy organizing!